This is the OTB Television Network, a service of Capital District Off-Track Betting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. 19 races to bring you from 10 different racetracks, 2 new course records on tap. Kicking it off, we're going to go down to Philadelphia Park, or the old Philadelphia Parks. Parks Racing, ladies and gentlemen, for the second running of the Park Dash Handicap at 9 to 10, Bridgetown.
Here in the gate. And they're off in the Parks Dash. Ben's Cat shows speed on the outside. Wild Memories, the long shot, is up after the lead. Bridgetown away well from the outside. Wild Memories to the front. Bridgetown second. Ben's Cat closer today, running third by 1. Cactus Sundown inside fourth. It's a length and a half to Super Chunky, who's fifth on the outside. Perfect Officer is sixth with 3/8 to go, and Perfect Officer is about 8 lengths back. The 2 trailers are Poseidon's Warrior and Latigo Shore. The opening quarter was 21-2. Wild Memories past the corner pole in front by 2. Bridgetown at a perfect striking spot on the outside. Ben's Cat swings to the middle of the course with his run. Perfect Officer begins to rally up the rail. Down to the final furlong. Here comes Bridgetown on the outside. Ben's Cat takes a middle of the course, and Ben's Cat surging as they hit the 16th pole. Ben's Cat now to take the lead, and Ben's Cat is pulling away. It's Ben's Cat. Ben's Cat strides home a convincing 2.5 length winner. Bridgetown was second. Perfect Officer finished third. The final time, 54-4. That is a new course record.
And there is the first of 2 new course records, the old one being 55-2. But Ben's Cat, ladies and gentlemen, a brilliant, brilliant ride by Julian Pimentel, scores by 2 lengths, returning $22.80 for King Leatherberry. Bridgetown, second runner-up position since that smashing victory in the Troy Stakes at Saratoga. Laid off from August until May, comes back 6 weeks later after returning to the races. I noticed in the past performances that Johnny V was listed on Bridgetown, but Corey Nakatani took the mount, and Perfect Officer finished third in Sunday's Park Dash Handicap. Ben's Cat just beaten in this race last year. And if you look in the stats in here, you get a free trip into the Turf Monster Handicap, which Ben's Cat won last year. Now down to Delaware Park and the big prep race for the Delaware Handicap. This is the 17th running of the Obeah Stakes, and Tiz Me Sue, 9 to 10.
Again, this is a prep race for the Delaware Handicap coming up next month, and they're off. Love and Pride, as expected, goes for that lead. Tiz Ms. Sue showing some early speed today. Saroof splitting them. She Be Classy up there 4 wide. And Checkpoint will check in last, passing the finish line the first time. Love and Pride will try and dictate this tempo. Leads it by about a length. Saroof racing second. Tiz Ms. Sue is in between horses as She Be Classy still wide into that bend as Tiz Ms. Sue now angles to the rail nicely to save some ground. And your trailer is Checkpoint. Love and Pride on the front end by 2 lengths. Opening quarter went in 23-2. It's Love and Pride with 6 furlongs to go by a length and a half over Saroof. Tiz Ms. Sue getting a nice rail trip. She Be Classy still up there. 5 lengths further back to Checkpoint. As they make their way down the backstretch, going nicely on the front end, that's Love and Pride under Jeremy Rose, being well rated on the front end, leads it by about a length and a quarter over Saroof. Same gap now to She Be Classy. Tiz Ms. Sue going nicely toward the inside of that one. 6 lengths further back to Checkpoint. They've got just over a half mile to go, opening half in a solid 47-3. Love and Pride by 2 over Saroof. Another length further back to Tiz Ms. Sue, still with a lot of horse, it appears, for Joe Rocco Jr. as they make their way into the turn. 5 lengths further back, She Be Classy and Checkpoint the trailers. 3/8 to go. Love and Pride still by 2. Saroof and Tiz Ms. Sue are heads apart in second and third. 6 lengths further back to Checkpoint. She Be Classy Rossi now dropping out of it. Quarter to go. Love and Pride to catch. Now Tiz Mizzou angles off the rail for clear sailing. Saruf can do no more. Checkpoint next in line. They've gone the 6 in. 1:11.3 as they head for home. Love and Pride by a length and a half. And Tiz Mizzou still under a confident hand right on the outside is trying to chop the margin. Love and Pride, she's always game, trying to fend off Tiz Mizzou. Love and Pride is digging down deep. Tiz Mizzou is trying, but it's not enough. Love and Pride will prevail under Jeremy Rose by 2 over Tiz Mizzou. Checkpoint checks in third.
Boy, and Tiz Mizzou and Joe Rocco Jr., they looked very, very confident on the turn. But Jeremy Rose and Love and Pride, second choice in the wagering, would have none of it, as Love and Pride is put on the front end and makes every pole a winning one, returning $4.20. Pash Attack, who was 7-5 on the board, scratched out of here to run in the all-along stakes down at Colonial Downs. But Love and Pride, a nice victory. Tiz Mizzou was 4 for 5 at Delaware Park, having lost the Obeah last year. But the winner, first graded stakes victory, restrained early, wrong lead at the finish, but makes every pole a winning one for Jeremy Rose. Going to Monmouth Park, a race that for many, many years we remember as a late season 3-year-old stakes race under the lights at the Meadowlands, now a prep race for the Haskell Stakes. This is the Pegasus. Good Morning Diva, even money.
They're all in line. They're racing in the Pegasus. And Good Morning Diva gets into it early on the outside with Innocent Man now taking the lead from the rail. Innocent Man is going to set the pace. Le Bernardin right there with speeding again. Good Morning Diva wide into that first turn. Now trying to save a little bit of ground there. Guided to the inside deftly by Elvis Trujillo. They've gotten to the rail and didn't lose any ground at all. They're 4 lengths off the lead. But it's Unbridled's Way, followed by the 2 trailers, Easter Gift and Midnight Serenade. 23-2 was the opening quarter mile for Joe Bravo and Innocent Man, who set the pace in the Pegasus. And now here comes Le Bernardin to put on the pressure in second. And Good Morning Diva is right there in contention, traveling strongly in third. 5 lengths back to speeding again, Unbridled's Way, and Easter Gift right between those two. The trailer is Long Shot, Midnight Serenade, a half mile in 47-3, and there's a half mile to go. Innocent Man is the leader. Le Bernardin second to the outside. Good Morning Diva has the rail. Now is into second. Le Bernardin back to third. 4 lengths to Easter Gift. Dropping out of contention is Unbridled's Way. Around the far turn, Innocent Man put to a drive. Good Morning Diva's on the rail. Le Bernardin to the outside. These three have 3.5 lengths on Easter Gift in fourth. They went 3/4 in 112 flat. And they're into the stretch. Innocent Man, Le Bernardin, Good Morning Diva. These 3 into the final furlong. Easter Gift is fourth. Le Bernardin, Innocent Man, Good Morning Diva. Easter Gift grinding it out on the outside, still coming on. Le Bernardin, Good Morning Diva. On the outside, Easter Gift. Le Bernardin, Easter Gift. Le Bernardin has won the Pegasus over Easter Gift. Good Morning Diva was third and Innocent Man was fourth.
Le Bernardin, though, coming out of the Peter Pan Stakes, Mike Luzzi, I thought, did a Hall of Fame type of ride in the Pegasus Stakes because looked in trouble on the turn. Le Bernardin just somehow guts out a neck victory, returning $12 for Darley Stable for this offspring of Bernardini. Eastern Gift finishes second, and Good Morning Diva, the even money favorite, can do no better than third. But Mike Luzzi, a brilliant job getting Le Bernardin home in the Pegasus Stakes. Big afternoon of racing down at Colonial Downs. Up first, the Ned Evans all-along stakes. La Pernell, the 2-1 favorite, just slight favorite over Pash Attack, who scratched out of the Obeah Stakes.
1 1/8 outer turf for the rail at 99 feet. And they're off right away. Speakeasy Gal with that early speed, and Thundering Amelia on our outside. So Thundering Amelia and Speakeasy Gal and Snowtop Mountain in third, with Clear Skies Ahead down inside in fourth. La Prunelle rating back in fifth spot, some 7 or 8 off that lead, followed up by The Real Future, who races to the tail of the field. Another Smoky Saving Ground first turn run. Shimmering Moment has come just off that inside, and Patch Attack is in the back. Patch Attack, his last has to make up about 15 lengths. The pace appears solid, though. It's Speakeasy Gal, hounded by Thundering Amelia, and they have scampered away some 8 or 9 lengths on Snowtop Mountain. La Prunelle is racing fourth. La Prunelle now cruising up third and spying the dueling leaders up ahead. Patch Attack has advanced a bit from the back of the pack just to the outside of La Prunelle. Then it's back on the inside to Clear Skies Ahead as they head on for the far turn. And The Real Future is in between horses. Shimmering Moment and another Smoky trailing the field into the far turn run. Speakeasy Gal has constant pressure from Thundering Amelia to the outside. La Prunelle getting closer from third, and so is Snowtop Mountain down inside fourth. Patch Attack is ridden along. Fifth has 5 lengths to make up. Shimmering Moment with a wide bid to the top of the lane. Shimmering Moment coming with a big run on the far outside. They make the turn for home. Speakeasy Gal trying to hold after a good pace. The outside is La Prunelle is set down. And La Prunelle now comes to grab ahead in front. Snowtop Mountain, Rail Run, Shimmering Moments trying to sustain. Speakeasy Gal is fighting on very bravely. Clear Skies Ahead in the center of the course is also charging for a long shot bid. It's Snowtop Mountain, Paco Lopez, Snowtop Mountain to win. Snowtop Mountain, Clear Skies Ahead, Shimmering Moment was there, and then Speakeasy Gal or La Prunelle.
It's Snowtop Mountain, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy Proctor, owned and bred by Barbara Hunter, scores the $15.40 upset victory by a neck over Clear Skies Ahead. Shimmering Moment at 13-1 finishes third. The 2-2-1 shots, ladies and gentlemen, finish 5th and 6th, but patient, rail ride, and just went on and on and on. The winner, Snowtop Mountain. Also at Colonial Downs on Saturday afternoon, opened up last year to 3-year-olds and up after being restricted to 3-year-olds ostensibly prepping for the Virginia Derby. The 8th running of the Colonial Turf Cup Turbo Compressor, 5-2.
In line. And they're off in the Colonial Turf Cup. Turbo Compressor, as expected with that early speed. Last year's winner, Rahi Strada, with a good break. Smart bid. Here's Humble and Hungry right up close also with pace. And Tilden Lane on the far outside as they push by us and toward the first turn run. Then Gourmet Dinner is followed by Silver Tie Affair, Atoned, and Air Supporter racing to the back of the pack. There's some 9 lengths off the pace up ahead as they push into the first turn. Atoned steadied a bit in tight there. Casino Host second to last, and Forte de Marme trailing the field. Turbo Compressor leads the way from a rating Humble and Hungry in the second spot. Then Smart Bid is third, and the outside is Tilden Lane racing fourth. Rahi Strada tucked in along the rail in fifth. Gourmet Dinner, followed by Silver Tie Affair. Air Support still lingering some 7 lengths off the front, followed by Atone, Casino Host, and Forte de Marme. So it's a deliberate pace out there for Turbo Compressor. Turbo Compressor leads it a measured length in front. From Humble and Hungry second. As Smart Bid is inside in third, Tilden Lane is in fourth position. Here's Rahi Strada working through. In between horses, Rahi Strada fifth, and just 3 lengths from that lead as they round the far turn. Air Support, Casino Host is launching a wide rally. Casino Host on the far outside. Gourmet Dinner is under pressure, then Silver Tie Affair is next. And another 2 lengths back, and Atone is dropped back, passed by Forte de Marme, who tries to gear up with a stretch rally. Forte de Marme coming wide with a run to the center of the course. Into the stretch. Turbo Compressor, Air Support on the outside. Smart Bid is third, a furlong out from the line. Followed in fourth by Rahi Strada. Here's Turbo Compressor and Joe Bravo. Turbo Compressor pouring it on to win by 2. Air Support was second, Rahi Strada or Smart Bid very close for third in the Colonial Turf Cup.
And under the lights, all I can say is absolute brilliance by Joe Bravo. Yes, turbo compressor, the chalk in here. I thought Bravo, though, in an 11-horse field that looked to be very competitive on paper, had so much left in the tank to just sprint away from these other riders, almost playing a cat and mouse game in a $500,000 race. Air Support finishes second, and Rahi Strada, last year's winner, finishes third in Saturday evening's Colonial Turf Cup. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, racing from Indiana Downs, Woodbine, and Churchill.
Some people take analyzing a horse race to a whole other level. Tune in every morning at 11 a.m. and get up-to-the-minute analysis of the day's biggest races, breaking news from the racing industry, and our daily best bets, only on OTB TV.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food, we're all about savings, we're all about you.
No matter where in the world you are, the excitement of wagering on live horse racing is just a click away. CapitalOTB.com offers live streaming, free past performances, analysis and selections from professional handicappers, and a simple, safe, and secure wagering platform. And best of all, it's surcharge-free. CapitalOTB.com, the better choice. With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at CapitalOTB.com, and live operators ready to take your call, Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone, or at CapitalOTB.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice. Some people take analyzing a horse race to a whole other level. Tune in every morning at 11 a.m. and get up-to-the-minute analysis of the day's biggest races, breaking news from the racing industry, and our daily best bets, only on OTB TV.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to head up to Canada for 2-year-olds. Going 5 furlongs in the Victoria Stakes. Filly taking on boys at 1 to 10. I kid you not, all about Caroline.
They're off in the Victoria Stakes, and Raise Away broke sharply for the early lead, but All About Caroline comes on the outside now to challenge Raise Away. Dan the Tin Man is down toward the rail, third, and Honorable Guest is fourth. The filly, All About Caroline, on the outside now by a head. Down to the inside, Raise Away comes right back and fights with the filly at the 3/8 pole. And it's those two locked up in a speed duel, 22-1 for the opening quarter mile. Raise Away on the inside and All About Caroline on the outside. They continue to throw it down as they come over to the top of the stretch. Dan the Tin Man is back in third, then Honorable Guest. Desormo shakes up All About Caroline on the outside, but Raise Away is game as they come to the inside. Raise Away has passed the filly, has the lead at the 16th pole. Late on the scene is Honorable Guest, Raise Away, and Chris Gifford, Victoria Stakes victors. Honorable Guest was second, All About Caroline third, and Dan the Tin Man fourth.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Raise Away, apparently not anymore, winning off by better than 2+ lengths, returning $13.60. Honorable Guest finishes second. Boy, if there had been an exacta wagering, oh, there was exacta wagering in there. $55 exacta, well, $54.90 to be exact, in a 4-horse field, ladies and gentlemen. Is there any greater sport than horse racing? I think not. All About Caroline making the second career start, finishes third at 1 to 10, only beating the first-time starter, Dan the Tin Man, in Saturday's 106th Victoria Stakes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up on the 28th anniversary of Horses and Courses, and having seen nearly every single episode, I think this might be the first time we had back-to-back 1-10 shots. I know, 1-9 on the board, but 1-10 in our mathematic hearts. This is the Oliver Stakes, going a mile on the turf at Indiana Downs. Silver Max in here.
And they're all in line. And they're off in the Oliver Stakes. And quickly on the outside, there goes Silver Max. And Silver Max to take his customary spot on the lead. Under a stronghold from Victor LeBron. That's AZ Ridge in second. Then along the inside, Travel Advisory in third. It's another length and a half after that to Mr. Prankster. The trailers are Cosetti and Potomac River. The opening quarter in 23 and 4. Race down the backstretch, and Silver Max leads it by 4 or 5 lengths. AZ Ridge in second. Then tucked in along the inside, Travel Advisory is third, only about 3 from the leader. Going 3 wide is Mr. Prankster from fourth. Then it's 2 to Cosetti and Potomac River, the half in 47. And it's still Silver Max who leads it by 2. 3/16 to go, and they're on their way home. And Silver Max continues on the lead and widens to a 4-5 length advantage. And it's all Silver Max has done it again. Annihilates this field in the Oliver Stakes. 5 wins in a row for Silver Max. It's very close for second between Cosetti and Travel Advisory.
And unlike All About Caroline, Silver Max makes 1-10 almost look like a bargain, winning off by a very, very controlled 6 3/4 lengths, lowering the former 134 and 2 course record down to 133 and 4. This offspring of Badge of Silver, folks, was just dynamic. I know 3-year-olds on the turf in the spring and the summer don't get much notoriety, but we'll see one, the Hill Prince in New York. I think it's a nice group of 3-year-olds on the turf, but Silver Max just turns this into a procession, keeping his winning streak alive. Now on the turf, 5 in a row for Silver Max, 9 lifetime starts on the turf, 6 victories, 3 seconds for the Dale Romans runner. Cosetti, the other part of the entry, finishes second, with Travel Advisory finishing third. On to Churchill Downs, ladies and gentlemen, under the lights on Saturday night, the Stephen Foster night. Up first, 3-year-olds in the Matt Winn, Right to Vote, 9-5.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Matt Winn. Master Rick to the outside, puts his head in front early, immediately taken on by Right to Vote. Right to Vote leads them to the clubhouse turn. Master Rick now racing in second. Macho to the inside, just in third, with Steel Case taking a stronghold between horses. Neck and neck, out 3 wide as they go by the 7/8. Steel Case just had to be taken back off heels by Sean Bridgemahan. He is not settling, even though he's got cover, and the lead is with Right to Vote. 24 and 1 for the opening quarter mile in the 15th running of the Matt Winn, and the leader is Right to Vote and Javier Castellano now by a length and a half. Master Rick is racing in second, neck and neck to the outside, just in third. Macho to the inside rail, and at the back of the field, a length and a half away, is Steel Case as they race on now towards the final half mile, the first half in 48 and 4, and Right to Vote has still got the lead of a length and a tail over Master Rick. The pink colours racing in second, neck and neck now makes a move around the outside. Macho is racing in fourth. Steel Case is still at the back of a compact field, less than 3/8 of a mile to go, and it's Right to Vote. He's now beginning to push along on the leader. Master Rick is there in second, neck and neck to the outside in third. Steel Case has taken fourth. Macho is now last of the quintet. It is neck and neck who has got the lead with a furlong and a half to go. Awkward down the lane was Master Rick towards the inside. Right to Vote. Steel Case Steelcase staying on from out the back, but inside the final furlong, it is neck and neck for Ian Wilkes and Leandro Gonsalves. They are clear by 5 lengths, and it's going to be a third win at Churchill Downs for Neck and Neck, who wins the Mat Win. Steelcase was second, Macho third, Right to Vote in fourth, and fifth was Master Rick.
Neck and Neck, ladies and gentlemen, wins off by a pole, returning an even $10. This offspring of Flower Alley, sent out by Ian Wilkes, just really turns this into a laugher early in the stretch. Steelcase finishes second. Macho finishes third. And Right to Vote, also coming out of the Peter Pan Stakes, finishes fourth at 9-5. 3-year-old fillies up next, ladies and gentlemen, on the turf, the Regret Stakes. From time to time, we do see these runners up at Saratoga, the 3-year-old filly turf division. In the Regret, 3-2, center court off the maiden victory.
They're in the gate, and they're off in the Regret. A very even beginning. Centre court flashes early speed towards the inside with Singing on the Moon towards the hedge. In the centre of the course is Zappa Bell as they pass beneath the Twin Spires. It is Zappa Bell and Channing Hill who now get the lead. Singing on the Moon and Gabriel Sires in second. A break of 2.5 lengths. Centre court is in third. Colonial Flag in fourth. Coup is in fifth. Treasured Up in sixth. Left a Message the Grey racing in seventh. Dame Marie is in eighth to the hedge, followed by Heart of Destiny. Then Silver Hustler and Funny Proposition at the back of the field. 3/4 a mile to go. The first quarter, 23-3. And it's Zappa Bell who has the lead as they go to halfway in the 43rd running of the Regret. Zappa Bell now by a neck. Singing on the Moon engages to the outside, racing in second. 2 lengths away. Centre court in third. Colonial Flag is in fourth. Coup racing in fifth. Treasured Up is in sixth. Left a Message, followed by Funny Proposition on the outside of Heart of Destiny. To the hedge, Dame Marie tries to make ground. Silver Hustler now at the back of the field. They leave the back stretch behind them, and it's still Zappa Bell with on the outside Singing on the Moon. Centre court now nudged to get a little bit closer, followed by Colonial Flag, who makes the turn, racing in fourth, and it's Singing on the Moon who now gets the lead. Centre court is giving chase in second as they swing the final turn. Centre court down the outside. On the inside, Singing on the Moon. Dame Marie is bursting through against the hedge. Here's Colonial Flag on the outside. A furlong to go. Colonial Flag and Centre Court. These are the first two. Treasured Up has now taken third. A 16th from the wire. Centre Court has the lead over Colonial Flag and Treasured Up, and racing to the line. Centre Court wins the Regret. From Colonial Flag and Treasured Up, and in fourth was Left a Message.
Well, folks, first time Javier Castellano, and out of the maiden victory at Churchill back in a month ago. The fans got it right for this brilliantly bred offspring of Smart Strike, owned and bred by Mr. Humphrey. Just an impressive victory, taking on winners for the first time in Grade 3 company. Colonial Flag, the second choice in the wagering, finishes a non-threatening second, and Treasured Up under Rosie the Praverick finishes third in Saturday evening's Regret. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, a couple more dynamic performances from Churchill Downs, Golden Gate, and Hollywood Park.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food, we're all about savings, we're all about you.
Listen to what people are saying about the Clubhouse Racebook.
I've been coming here for well over 30 years to the OTB, and I think this is an outstanding facility. Probably comparable to something you'd see in Vegas. They have the big screens there, and then they have the auxiliary screens for, you know, watching all the tracks. And the primary tracks of the day, they'll switch to the big screens, which is ideal for most of us race guys. We like to see the big races on the big screen. Well done.
No matter where in the world you are, the excitement of wagering on live horse racing is just a click away. CapitalOTB.com offers live streaming, free past performances, analysis and selections from professional handicappers, and a simple, safe, and secure wagering platform. And best of all, it's surcharge-free. CapitalOTB.com. The better choice.
And they're off.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at CapitalOTB.com, and live operators ready to take your call, Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone, or at CapitalOTB.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The 37th running of the Fleur-de-Lis 3-5 Royal Delta.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Fleur-de-Lis. A picture-perfect start. Towards the outside, Royal Delta is prominent together with a Fleeting Lady. And Sterling Madame now flashes speed to the inside. Sterling Madame moves on by half a length. A Fleeting Lady is racing in second. Royal Delta is in third. And then St. John's River. She's a little more forward than usual. She's right there now, right on the inside of Royal Delta. Its Tea Time is last, and last but one is Distorted Love. The first quarter was 23-3, and they were taken to the backstretch by Sterling Madame, out in front now by a steady length. A Fleeting Lady is racing in second, a length and a half away. Royal Delta in third. St. John's River to the inside is in fourth, no more than a length off Royal Delta. A length and a half away, it's Tea Time, and now Distorted Love is last. They go through the half mile in 47-3. A halfway point in the 37th running of the Fleur-de-Lis, and it's Sterling Madame who leads. A Fleeting Lady is in second, 2 lengths away. Royal Delta in third. St. John's River to the inside is in fourth. It's Tea Time, and they're getting away now from Distorted Love. On the turn, going now towards the final 3/8 of a mile. A Fleeting Lady now comes through to poke ahead in front, but here moves Royal Delta right around the outside in the hands of Mike Smith, and Royal Delta looms around the outside. Tapoka elegant head in front. Towards the inside, a Fleeting Lady tries to kick back. St. John's River was tap for toe with a blistering move off the turn by Royal Delta. She's gone clear by 4 lengths now. A Fleeting Lady is in second. St. John's River is in third, but simply lobbing along on a long rein is Royal Delta, hardly breaking sweat. How impressive. She's back. Royal Delta. Royal Delta, regal, in a realm of her own. A Fleeting Lady was second, and St. John's River was third.
Well, to quote the famous line in the movie, she's back. That, ladies and gentlemen, first time Mike Smith. It doesn't get any easier. By about 9:06 p.m. on Saturday, the ground was shaking at Churchill Downs. Royal Delta, who I think it's fair to say has a true affinity for Churchill Downs, having won the Breeders' Cup rather disdainfully last autumn under the lights, was even more magnificent on Saturday evening. Her move on the turn was just electrifying. A Fleeting Lady finishes second. St. John's River finishes third. Check out the final running time for this 9 furlong contest, ladies and gentlemen. For the fillies and mares, or for one filly, Royal Delta, 149.49. Up next, the 31st running of the Stephen Foster Wise Dan Odds On.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Stephen Foster Handicap. Mission Impassable towards the outside. Nate's Mineshaft on the inside as they come up beneath the Twin Spires. And Ron the Greek ran out of racing room as they all got very tight there. Rogue Romance was also shuffled back. Nero is out the back of the field and already outpaced. And it's a very strong early tempo being set by Nate's Mineshaft. Wise Dan is racing in second and taking a strong hold on the outside of Fort Land. Alternation is towards the outside, racing in fourth position. Mission Impassable is in fifth, 23-3 for the opening quarter mile. A break back to Ron the Greek, Rogue Romance, and Nero at the back of the field is 10 lengths off the leader, who is Nate's Mineshaft, as they go towards halfway in the 31st running of the Stephen Foster. And it's Nate's Mineshaft and Miguel Mena out in front by a length. In second, Fort Land. Towards the outside, Wise Dan is racing in third. Now 2.5 lengths back to Mission Impassable to the inside. Alternation is next. 47 and 1 was the half. Ron the Greek has got 2 behind. Rogue Romance is last but 1, and a long last is Nero as they go into the far turn. And it's Nate's Mineshaft with 3/8 of a mile to go, who leads by a length and a half. Wise Dan around the outside and a share of second, with on the inside Fortland, and these have now pulled 4 lengths clear of Mission Impassable, and then Alternation towards the outside. Nate's Mineshaft leads them back towards home. Wise Dan still with 2.5 lengths to find in second. Inside the final 1.5, Nate's Mineshaft still leads. Wise Dan in second. The Cavalry are coming in behind towards the inside. That is Ron the Greek who is staying on. Also picking up late is Rogue Romance. Nate's Mineshaft purely on adrenaline now. Wise Dan bearing down on the outside. Ron the Greek to the inside. Wise Dan, Ron the Greek. It may be Ron the Greek, it might be Wise Dan, in a pulsating finish to the Stephen Foster.
And Ron the Greek, ladies and gentlemen, having already won the big cap, Jose Lezcano gets the victory. No mount on Royal Delta, but Bill Mott wins the back-to-back big stakes races on the card at Churchill Downs. Ron the Greek wins by a head, returning $20.80. Wise Dan, who was odds on, is now 1 for 5 lifetime on a fast dirt main track. Nate's Mineshaft, who we saw run so well down at the fairgrounds, tried to make every pole a winning one in these deep waters of the Grade 1 Stephen Foster, does hold on for third, and, you know, a couple horses behind here. Rogue Romance did claim a foul against Wise Dan in the stretch. It wasn't allowed. Alternation coming out of the Pimlico Special finishes up the track. And Nehru, the runner-up in the Pimlico Special, as I said earlier, folks, don't put any hopes in this guy getting better and better. It's the same song all the time. But for Ron the Greek, a $20 victory in the Stephen Foster. Northern California, ladies and gentlemen, for 2-year-olds in the Lost in the Fog Stakes, 6-5 Native Treasure.
Now they're all locked away. Ready for the Lost in the Fog. Racing. Tahoe Flash missed the start a length or 2. Native Treasure gets the best of the break, being tackled for the lead by the filly Pearl Seeker. Anytime Magic going very fast between this pair. And Durant's just going to allow Native Treasure to drop out of that speed battle as the favourite drops away 2 lengths off the pace, running third, 3 deep into the turn around Uncle Enroy and Go Pappy Go. 2 lengths Coastal Blessing inside St. Prado, 5 lengths to Tahoe Flash, and our Worthy Endeavour trails. They're at the 5/16, led narrowly by Pearl Seeker. Anytime Magic keeps the pressure applied, and 2 of the 3 first-time starters are the first 2 for home. In third position, Go Pappy Go, Coastal Blessing on the inside, then Uncle Enroy coming on well. By golly, Native Treasure's out very wide and doing absolutely nothing, and it's Anytime Magic who has swept away with the Lost in the Fog all puzzled up. Anytime Magic, a debutant from the Bob Hess stable. David Lopez sends him home a 3-length winner. Native Treasures come on again for second. St. Prado third, Coastal Blessing fourth. Then Go Pappy Go, Uncle Enroy, Pearl Seeker, Tahoe Flash, and our Worthy Endeavour.
But on closing weekend at Golden Gate, it's the first-time starter, Anytime Magic, at nearly 16-1 for David Lopez, going out for Bob Hess, scores the victory. Anytime Magic was 8-1 on the morning line, ladies and gentlemen. Doubles that price, which the 15-1 even seems light. The 8-1 in the morning line seems ludicrous. But Anytime Magic, the offspring of Fusaichi Pegasus, returns $33.60. Native Treasure, who was 5-2 on the morning line as the chalk went off at 6-5, can do no better than second. St. Prado finishes third on closing weekend at Golden Gate in the Lost in the Fog Stakes. Couple stakes to bring you from Hollywood Park, including 2-year-olds underway in the 48th running of the Willard Proctor Stakes. Amerish, 7-10.
They're at the post. They're off. Amrish and Run to Ground break well. Marino's Mine and Undrafted close up. Lovemeister moves through at the rail. K Court and Just Call Me Al at the back of the pack. Run to Ground has the lead. Amrish is trying to get out pretty badly up the backstretch. He's a handful for Edwin Maldonado, probably because he took hold of him as Run to Ground leads 3/4 of a length. Amrish is in the 3-path leaving the backstretch. Marino's Mine, Undrafted, and Lovemeister at the rail, all 2 from the front. And Amrish makes his move and puts ahead in front. Just Call Me Al races in 6th with 6 lengths to make up, and K Court is the trailer, and the new leader at the quarter pole of the 48th Willard Proctor Memorial Stakes is Amrish. Undrafted comes to take him on at the top of the stretch, and Amrish leads by a length. Undrafted is second, now 3.5 lengths to Marino's Mine, Just Call Me Al, and Amrish comes past mid-stretch, and now he's straight, and now he's strong. Amrish runs away and leads by 4. Marino's Mine looks like he'll get into second, but Amrish is going to take them to the wire on top. The 48th Willard Proctor Memorial Stakes goes to Amrish. He won by 5. Marino's Mine was second, and Undrafted finished third.
Out of the debut victory under Edwin Maldonado, scores off by nearly a handful. This offspring of Scat Daddy returns $3.40 for Jeff Bondy. Marino's Mine 31-1. The second longest shot on the board finishes second, with Undrafted checking in third. Time for the 2-year-old fillies. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the 50th running of the Cinderella Stakes. Jeff Bondy trying to win both juvenile stakes races, 9-5, Unusual Way.
They're off. Tilda breaks well, so does Awesome Annie. Awesome Kitten is between horses. Those 3 very fast. Miss Empire, Glory and Prayer, Unusual Way in the center. Emotional Kitten is next, and Golly Molly is the trailer. It is Awesome Annie and Awesome Kitten. These 2 on match strides. Annie's inside in the white cap. Kitten's outside in the burgundy. Then it's a length and a quarter to a lineup of 4. Tilda, Glory and Prayer, Miss Empire, and Unusual Way, who will be 4 wide. Setting on Ready is racing in 7th now and about 7 lengths behind. Then Emotional Kitten with 8 to come, and the trailer is Golly Molly, and the leader is Awesome Annie. Awesome Annie has put away Awesome Kitten at the top of the stretch. Miss Empire catches the eye in the pink. She moves up into second. Tilda's now 4th, but 3 lengths behind, and they come to the final furlong of the 50th Cinderella, and here's Miss Empire to slingshot right by. Miss Empire takes the lead, and she's now 2.5 lengths in front of Awesome Annie and Tilda, and Miss Empire going to run away for Kevin Krieger. Miss Empire, yes. The 50th Cinderella Stakes goes to Miss Empire. She won by 5. Awesome Annie was second, Tilda third, Golly Molly finished 4th.
But it's the maiden, Miss Empire, who finished off the board in the career debut, wins by nearly a handful. This offspring of Empire Maker going out for Peter Miller and Kevin Krieger returns $19.80. Awesome Annie finishes third. Awesome Annie finishes second. Tildy finishes third. Unusual Way, the 9-5 favorite, finishes 7th in Saturday's Cinderella Stakes. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, a couple more stakes races from Hollywood Park and the weekend that was at Belmont Park.
Poker is like a war. It's a battle of wits. It's strategy and preparation. Winning is about understanding yourself before the other guy does. Knowledge and skill wins, not luck. For now, put your money aside and challenge your wits. Challenge your skill. Free Poker Network, every Tuesday evening at the Clubhouse Racebook. Welcome to the game.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food, we're all about savings, we're all about you.
And they're off with more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at capitalotb.com, and live operators ready to take your call. Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone or at CapitalOTB.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice. You could wait for money to start falling from the sky, or you could head down to the all-new Clubhouse Racebook and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 250 flat-screen TVs, state-of-the-art wagering terminals, fantastic food and drinks, and amazing Vegas-style atmosphere with seating for nearly 900 of your closest friends. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Clubhouse Racebook and Capital OTB are the better choice.
2 more stakes races to bring you from Hollywood Park, ladies and gentlemen. Up first, the Grade 1 71st running of the Vanity, 3 to 5, Include Me Out.
They're off. Rock and Glory breaks best, goes for the lead. Include Me Out right alongside. Atlantic Swing and Kalis in the center. 4 pretty much across the track early. Then comes Zaffine's Pearl, and the early trailer is Love the Way You Are. Rock and Glory didn't corner that well. Drifted out to the 3 path, but she's got the lead to the backstretch, a length and a half in front of Kalis in second. Include Me Out stays at the rail, 3rd and 2 from the front. Atlantic Swing just outside of her. Then it's a big gap of 8 or 9 lengths back to Zaffine's Pearl, and Love the Way You Are is 13 behind as they turn into the backstretch. In the 71st Vanity Handicap, Rock and Glory and Martin Garcia set the pace. 3/4 of a length in front of Kalis, who tracks in second. Atlantic Swing is tugging at Mario Gutierrez. Races in 3rd and less than a length and a half from the front. Here's Atlantic Swing to force the hand of Kalis, and those two are going to run alongside Rock and Glory. Meanwhile, Include Me Out is now behind 3 going into the far turn. Joe Talamo has to be licking his chops as Include Me Out is about to take 3rd because Rock and Glory is gone. She is backed out of it, so that lands Kalis and Atlantic Swing, but here comes Include Me Out without being asked, and she's going to run up and take over the front when they get to the quarter pole. Then comes 5 back to Zaffine's Pearl, and the trailer is Rock and Glory, and at the top of the stretch, Include Me Out has taken over charge, and she is cantering up front. Include Me Out to the final furlong, a 3.5 length lead. Love the Way You Are has moved up nicely and takes over second, and Love the Way You Are is closing. Include Me Out, here comes Love the Way You Are, and Love the Way You Are has run by Include Me Out. Love the Way You Are wins the 71st Vanity. Include Me Out, absolutely no excuse. She had nothing for the final 16th. It is very close for 3rd between Zaffine's Pearl and Kalis.
But it is Love the Way You Are, ladies and gentlemen. From last to an easy first, winning by better than 2 lengths under Garrett Gomez, returning $38. In the most recent effort in the Marge Everett, the old Milady Stakes, lost the jock right out of the gate, eligible for non-winners at 2 other than, but Love the Way You Are. Boy, was really sharp in the lane, but Include Me Out. How does she lose from there at the 8th pole, coming off victories in the Marge Everett, the Santa Margarita, the La Cañada? She set a perfect trip, ladies and gentlemen, and couldn't get it done at 3 to 5. Zaffine's Pearl finishes 3rd in Saturday's Vanity. Sunday afternoon, Fillies and Mares sprinting in the Desert Stormer, 3 to 2, Turbulent Descent.
They're off. Mildly Offensive and Izzy Rules to the front. Turbulent Descent away in 3rd, then Great Hot and Teddy's Promise, and Switch is the trailer. Up the backstretch in the 16th Desert Stormer Handicap, and the leader is Grade 3 winner Izzy Rules, and she is 4.5 lengths in front from stakes winner Mildly Offensive in 2nd. Grade 1 winner Teddy's Promise is 3rd and 4.5 off the lead. Grade 1 winner Turbulent Descent is 5 from the front. Grade 1 winner Switch has 7 lengths to make up, and Grade 2 winner Great Hot is 8 lengths behind Izzy Rules, rounding the far turn. Izzy Rules goes to the quarter pole. It's just a length and a half now. Turbulent Descent is on the move. David Flores is sitting motionless on Turbulent Descent, and she's within a length of the lead. Mildly Offensive is next. Teddy's Promise has 5 to come. Switch is in the center, and Izzy Rules is tough to get by. Izzy Rules, Turbulent Descent, set down for the final 150 yards, and now that Stride takes command. Turbulent Descent. Izzy Rules a great second, but the winner is Turbulent Descent. The 16th Desert Stormer Handicap goes to Turbulent Descent. She beat Izzy Rules by a length and a half. Very close for third between Mildly Offensive and Switch.
And off the board finishes in the La Brea Stakes and the Breeders' Cup Villiers Mare Turf. Now 4 for 4 lifetime at Hollywood Park, ladies and gentlemen. Turbulent Descent under David Flores scores the easy victory, returning $5. Turbulent Descent, 11 starts, has been the chalk in all of them. Heck, 8 to 5 in her debut was the biggest price to date. We'll see where she goes from here. We'll see if a trip maybe east to Saratoga for the Ballerina is in the offering. Izzy Rules finishes second. Mildly Offensive checks in third as the co-longest shot on the board. Belmont Park, a couple of stakes races to bring you over the weekend. Up first on Saturday, the Mohegan Sky at 8 to 5. I thought it was pronounced Deal Beta, Deal Boata.
And they're off. Sure Route comes out in stride quickly to the front with Magical Cat away running second. Federation a little headstrong while moving up to join the early leaders. And then on the far outside, it's Arch Report who races fourth. Check the Label on hold early on is now fifth. Prize Catch, Dilbata, and Bubbly Jane. Tight pack into the backstretch run. Up top, Sure Route has established a pace which appears to be very moderate at this early juncture. Magical Cat alongside second. And then on the far outside, Federation under a stranglehold, running along in third. And way out there in the clear goes Arch Support, who's advancing up to join the leaders. And then it's Check the Label, who's been checked several times so far, but drafting in behind horses nicely now with 5 furlongs remaining. At the back of the pack, Dilbata, Prize Catch, and Bubbly Jane. Tempo starting to quicken just a bit here. They get a half mile in 50 seconds flat. Sure Route still in front into the far turn. Magical Cat right alongside, and still well held is Magical Cat. Federation is well held too on the outside, and then behind them, Check the Label, ready to roll right there fourth. Dilbata only 3 lengths from the lead fifth, and then it's Arch Support, and then Bubbly Jane coming overland into the stretch, and Prize Catch trails a tight pace. It is wide open here. Anyone can win it from the top of the stretch on here now, and it is Sure Route still clinging nearly to the lead. Federation is there. Dilbata comes on through, and on the far outside, it's Bubbly Jane. Dilbata's in front. Federation and Bubbly Jane. Check the Label moving late. They're coming down to the finish. Dilbata, Bubbly Jane, and Federation. Prize Catch. Dilbata, a 1-length winner. Bubbly Jane second. Federation and Prize Catch.
And Ramon Dominguez, first time United States for this runner, first time Lasix, scores the victory, returning $5.50 for Chad Brown. And one thing I'll say, and I note it all the time, Martin Schwartz is a friend of the program. The familiar orange and royal blue silks goes out and gets those French running filly son of a gun, and apparently he has another one. Bubbly Jane finishes second, the Brazilian bred. Federation, the Great Britain bred, finishes third behind the Irish bred Dilbata. But Dilbata, $5.50. This may be the start of something very, very good. 3-year-old fillies, ladies and gentlemen, on tap next at Belmont Park, and it doesn't seem like that long ago that there was a series for 3-year-old colts on the turf, the old Saranac, the Hill Prince, and the Lexington. Well, all we're left now is the Hill Prince, ladies and gentlemen, but this might have been a very nice addition at 6 to 5, Summer Front.
In the gate. And they're off. And Summerfront leaped right at the start. Cost them a little bit there. Spring to the Sky is going to the lead. So too Film Shot. How Great broke alertly right up with the pacemakers, running third now. And Big Screen punches on through to be fourth. Star Channel fifth. Summerfront sixth, and On the Hedge. Our entourage runs along in seventh. Mr. Handsome is eighth. Margano at the back of the pack with Shakespeare Shalia. So the field moves up the backstretch. Spring to the Sky steps out, leads by a length and a half. Film Shot second. How Great sitting chilly just outside the lead, while third. Up the backstretch run. And it is still Spring to the Sky in front. Film Shot took a shot at him, but has now dropped a length off again. And it's How Great, third on the outside, 3 lengths from the front. And Summerfront right there now, down toward the rail as they enter the far turn with How Great right alongside him. Midway round the far turn, Spring to the Sky, Film Shot. How Great in the clear on the outside, Summerfront in behind horses in fourth. And then it's Our Entourage, followed by Big Screen, who's now running sixth. Star Channel is now seventh. Margano eighth down toward the inside as the field turns for home. Top of the stretch, Film Shot in between horses, down toward the inside, Spring to the Sky. Summerfront is bottled up, completely stymied, and How Great now is in the clear, but now Summerfront finds some room. Our Entourage on the outside, How Great in front, and Summerfront, oh, he got it. A bad start, a tough trip, and Summerfront won nonetheless. How Great was second, close for third, Film Shot or Margano.
Well, Summerfront, ladies and gentlemen, had to only run an eighth of a mile. How much the best. Also would note, this could be a very key race coming out of here. How Great, who I think was rolling in the wintertime on the turf, as was Summerfront. Film Shot, to me, who always seems to be overlooked at the mutual windows when in a good spot. Others have finished off the board. The 38th running of the Hill Prince might have been deep waters, ladies and gentlemen. Those deep waters start with the 4-for-4 lifetime on the turf, Summerfront for Christophe Clement and Ramon Dominguez. And wrapping it up, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday afternoon, the Lemon Drop Kid, 6-5, Almadoro.
And they're off. Sharp start for Coliseo, but here's Johannesburg Smile. And from the inside, Schoolyard Dreams is looking for that early lead. So it's Johannesburg Smile and Schoolyard Dreams. Johannesburg Smile goes on with it. Schoolyard Dreams defers, now second, 3/4 of a length behind. Coliseo settles back in third. And then it's Almadoro who's racing comfortably, while fourth. And the early trailer here is Beauchois. So up the backstretch run, Johannesburg Smiles. First quarter was a reasonable 23 2/5 seconds. Coliseo is in the clear. Schoolyard Dreams down inside, now losing a spot back in third. Almadoro continues to rate comfortably while fourth with 5 furlongs to go. Beauchois being nudged along in fifth place as the field hits the far turn. Johannesburg Smile still in control here. Coliseo locked onto him second with a half-mile remaining. On the outside, there goes Almadoro up into third, and Schoolyard Dreams is now back to fourth. Then Beauchois. The half was 46 3/5 seconds. Johannesburg Smile, Coliseo, Almadoro lining up for that final quarter mile. Schoolyard Dreams and Junior Alvarado's getting into him already outside the quarter pole. He's been under the whip for an eighth of a mile. Beauchois still the last of 5. Johannesburg Smile is still the first of 5 as they hit the top of the stretch. Johannesburg Smile now quickening up to lead by 2.5 lengths. Schoolyard Dreams finally getting on track on the outside. Inside the final furlong, it is Johannesburg Smile by 3. Schoolyard Dreams and Junior Alvarado still working on him. Time running out. Johannesburg Smile holds on desperately at the end by a half length. Schoolyard Dreams under a vigorous ride by Junior Alvarado, finishing second here, and Almadoro was third.
But it is the New York bred Johannesburg Smile scoring the every pole, a winning one under Cornelio Velasquez. Nice ride by Cornelio. Just sprints away at the end. Loves Belmont Park. Only been off the board once in 10 starts. 4 victories, 3 seconds and 2/3. Schoolyard Dreams finishes second with the favorite, Almadoro, finishing third. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this week's edition of Horses and Courses. We invite you to join Gene Wood, who'll be sitting in here next week while we are on our family vacation. Enjoy the weekend stakes action.